Finally tonight, the fight over replacing UN Secretary General Boutros Boutros-Ghali. Margaret Warner has that story.
Boutros Boutros-Ghali became Secretary General of the United Nations 5 years ago, the first person from the African continent to assume the post. At the time, this multilingual Egyptian diplomat was the consensus choice of the 5 permanent Security Council members: Britain, China, France, Russia, and the United States. Almost immediately, Boutros-Ghali faced a post-Cold War explosion of ethnic conflicts and dissolving national boundaries, from war and ethnic cleansing in Bosnia to famine and genocide in Africa. He responded by trying to widen the United Nations peacekeeping role. He also came under pressure from the U.S. administration and Congress.
Okay, so I quit and I stayed home, and we were just really strapped for money, and I thought, well, you know, we're going to get a breakthrough here quick, because, I mean, we are really making a big sacrifice here with me doing this, you know. Now, I mean, God, I'm really making a big sacrifice to prepare for ministry, so, I mean, I was expecting to prosper radically overnight. But I want to tell you that for 6 years, everybody say 6 years. 6 happens to be the number of man, but for 6 years, we had less than we did before I made the great sacrifice. I sowed my seed of my job, and I did not reap an immediate harvest. But God met our needs. We were just like the Israelites. You know that the Bible says that when they were going through the desert, for 40 years their clothes never wore out, and their clothes never got old, and their shoes didn't wear out. Isn't that awesome? I think sometimes we miss that miracle. The Bible does not say that God will give us all of our greeds. It says he'll give us all of our needs.
Find the puck was the man who put it in, Jeff O'Neill. He was able to find it and poke it home. Olofsson turned to take him and then looked down for the puck, but he looked the wrong way.
No, that's my fault, because Olofsson was the guy there. I saw Barnes come late and thought he was trying to catch him, and he was. And the way Stu reacted, it was just, he said to himself, oh, it's my fault. But Olofsson had him there for a moment, but he worked himself free and got the goal.
And Olofsson didn't know where the puck was, and O'Neill had a view of it, and that was the key there. Olofsson was looking around for the biscuit, and when O'Neill found it, he just was able to get his stick down and poke it home.
Rice and Emerson, the assist on the goal by Jeff O'Neill. And offside called here against the Penguins. The Penguins give up the first goal. Dave Roach getting an opportunity to play. Did not play the last game. Alec Stoyanov out of this game tonight.
Well, the Whalers are 8-2-3 when they score the first goal. And they are 6-1-2 when they lead at the end of one. So it's very important for them to have a good period. Most teams are like that, but some teams seem...
Look out, 500. C? No C. Michelle, your turn. That's far enough. 500.
M.
There is no M. Brad. $250.
D.
There is no D either. Andrew, you try it. $250. T? Yeah, 2 T's. 16.
Compelled me to look for peace and happiness, the meaning of life, to fill this emptiness within. I lived my life away from God. But one day, while at war, for I was a soldier, my sister accepted the Lord, and her life was changed. Amid the troubles surrounding her, she had peace within. I could not understand her, so I rejected her and mocked her for what she did.
At the academy, I studied the science. I tried to find the meaning of life and found that it was somewhere between science and religion. And I had to read books of philosophy, psychology, sociology, but I couldn't find answer to the most important question: what comes next? And so I began to study religious.
Some members of the non-aligned movement, too. Now, explain for non-UN watchers why the African states are so important in this. Well, there's been a sort of informal tradition established that a Secretary General has 2 terms, and that means it keeps the position in that region. If he's, for example, as Perez de Cuellar was from Latin America gets 2 terms. When Boutros Ghali was elected, he, of course, said he would stand for 1 term and then wanted 2, but the fear is now among Africans, because the United States has made a very explicit threat on this, that if they continue to support Boutros Ghali and they don't come up with another candidate, then the U.S. and others will go looking elsewhere in the world, and Africa will lose this position, which is a matter of prestige.
So was that the post-veto strategy that the U.S. followed, to essentially say, you better come up with someone else, Africans, or we're moving on to somewhere else?
Yes, and it's not...
Every day for the last 15 years, you've been stealing that child over and over again.
No.
Yes, you did. Every morning you got up, you made yourself some breakfast, you made that same decision over and over again. I just wonder what kind of hell you thought you put in that child's mom and daddy through, if you thought about it at all. Now, I think you know what to do. Do it. All right, don't be long.
You have to be safe. That's all that matters. No, you and me together, that's what matters, please. I have to go to prison. I'll live.
Turns, you turn, or you eat snow.
The advantage here is that you can consistently go over turn after turn after turn and execute it, whereas in the slopes, you go down the run, you have to sit on the ski lift, come back up, go down the run. Here, it's just constantly going it over and over and over again. It's similar to private training. The more reps you get, the more your body's going to get developed, the more it's programmed into muscle memory.
Handrails provide support and help you focus on the lower body. If you fall, a pressure-sensitive safety harness automatically shuts off the treadmill. The computer controls 12 levels from beginner wedge turns to advanced radius parallels. Just point, click, and ski.
It's in conjunction with the slope. This will not replace the slope, but it is a training technique.
But hey, you can get here for the price of a cab.
Now, Dara, virtual reality is everywhere we look today, even in health clubs.
Well, you've probably seen virtual reality bikes in health clubs throughout the country.
Actually, Dara, I have not, but I'll take your word for it. What do we have here?
Plow my corn with the double shovel. Stay all night, stay a little longer. Dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull on the road, throw it in the corner. Don't see why you don't stay a little longer.
Forget about that creepy Harold. Wish he'd keep his hands to himself. Just have to relax and forget that creepy Harold and his wandering hands. Just relax and forget all about that creepy Harold. Oh.
Hi, it's me, Harold. Small world, huh? Wanna go for a swim? I'll take that scream for a yes. Here we go. Didn't expect to see me. Oh, yeah, sure you didn't.
No, I don't need a dock. I get off my skis right on the shore. Only one problem. Oh, I keep swallowing my cigars.
Hey, Mom, they say giant hole-digging crabs live around here. I wonder if we'll see one. Hello.
Son, I would never try this at home. That's why I took you up here in the mountains. Just a stone's throw down there at the bottom.
Oh. Dad, I don't know what lesson I'm supposed to learn from this, but I think it's time to go home.
They say in Hawaii, if you put your ear close to a blowhole...
A lot of hearts
No, this will be my first one.
No kidding.
Oh, great.
So it's a lot of firsts today.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. You'll also notice when you get it on the clasp in the back is a little oval, and the oval has the Peter Brahms signature to it. So it's just something that, you know, it's a little extra that you know you're wearing a designer's piece.
Great, great.
I think you're going to love it. I think you're going to get lots of compliments, and I'm sure when you start to see and recognize Peter's work out there in the marketplace, you're also going to notice that you've saved quite a bit of money. So,
wonderful.
thank
That's
you.
the best part about it.
The best part, no question.
Stores are not happy about it.
Well, of course not, but you know, there's all fair in love and competition.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for being with us today.
And thank you for talking with me.
Take good care. Have a good holiday.
You too.
Bye-bye. $73.92. Very popular. It is one of the prettiest pieces. It coordinates so well with the earrings that we offer, with the angels and the moons and the stars, and it gives you lots of wear. You know, some pendants are really